Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where trading is made easier with high level of clarity. Today is Sunday. As we all know, Sundays we do top-down analysis, chart review, and give buyers on what to expect in the market. And today we have few pairs that we'll be running top-down analysis on. So stay with us at the end of this video so that you can maximize your chance of winning in this new trading week. Without wasting time, let's begin. Today we are starting with GBPUSD. Now, I'm going to be doing little deep analysis on GBPUSD so that you can actually know what is happening in the market, and it will help you to make informed and profitable decisions when it comes to trading as um, as financial market. Now, let's start from daily today. Now, on my previous video, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this low to be cleared. When the market was at this particular place, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this high to be taken out, and the market it took it out. And I explained all the reasons when the market was here, why we should be expecting these equal lows to be taken out. Why? Whenever you see equal low or equal high in the market, it serves as what? A magnet that markets need to take out. Why? Because the market knows that there are so many people that their stop loss are below this, and there are so many people that their stop loss are what? Above this. So market always go to trigger all those stop or hunt all those stop losses and use it as a fuel to continue to the actual direction. Now, having known this, now, and what gives more confluence when you see equal lows or equal highs is if you can see a very good order block above it. As you can see, we have this order block here. That was why it serves as a magnet to price before this continuation to the downside. And I want you to understand this, right? Whenever the market is moving to the downside on lower time frame, on higher time frame, this is what you are going to be seeing. But then on lower time frame, for this low to be taken out, you will start seeing something like this before this low will be taken out. And once this low is taken out, we can call this now break of external structure, which is external break of structure. So break of structure, sorry. Now, while these ones we are seeing here, it could be classified as internal break of structure. All of them, as you are seeing all of them here, it can be called internal break of structure. And I want you to understand something, right? Because explaining this better for you will help you to understand how the market moves. Before we proceed, let me say this, right? Market structure is the heart of the market. So the better you understand market structure, how it moves, the better your trading career will be. Now, market structure is the heart of the market. Liquidity is the breadth of the market, while order block is the brain of the market. Because just like human being breathes, the market breaks. Just like the other time, I spoke about making a video on the language of the market, right? Which we are still gonna do. But for you to understand these things, you must understand how market structure works. Now, we are going to go to the chart right now to explain this further. But before that, whenever we have external break of structure, right? Because each time frame has their own market structure. Now, each time frame, whenever a structure is taken, right, whether it is internal or external, the market always go back to take every other structure created during that break of structure internally on the lower time frame. So when you see something of this nature, this high right now triggered all these moves to the downside. What will happen? The market will take at least two structures created before that move, or it will take all of them before another movement to the downside to create another external structure. So having said that, let's quickly go to lower time frame to explain further. Now, when we look at this right now, we can see that this change of character happened here because this low swept this liquidity before a break of structure to the upside. So we were not expecting the market to go below this, but the market went below it, giving us this powerful change of character. Now, remember, if you have been on this channel for some time, any structure taken without that high, taking any liquidity, market always go to take it out before continuation to the downside, and that was exactly what happened. This was the high created before this break of short change of character. And what did market do? Market came back to take it out, coming to this other block before continuation to the downside. And I covered all these in my previous videos. You can actually go to my previous videos and check all of them, because through it you will learn a lot. Having said that, let's proceed. Now, when we look at this right now, remember I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this low to be cleared, and currently the market has cleared this. Please go to my previous video, it will help you a lot. Now, market has cleared it, despite we are yet to understand if this is a valid break of structure, a break of structure or sweep of liquidity. What will determine this is what is going to happen in this new trading week, because the market just swept the low and closed above this low, which is we can't identify if this is sweep of liquidity or break of structure, but we know that it's not break of structure because it didn't close below it. But we are yet to confirm if this is actually what break of structure. Why? Because on weekly, as you can see, it just swept it, the market closed above. So what happened in this new trading week, we now clarify us what we should be what expecting in this euro GBP USD. So having said that, let's move down to what daily time frame. So since the low that we have been expecting to be taken out since the market was here, which I covered, has been taken out, what are we expecting? Before we go to what we are expecting, let me clarify you once again. Now let's go to 4 hours. Now, when you look at this market, you will discover that this market was moving to the downside, and the first place we saw break of structure, it happened at this particular what place. Now, this break of structure happened, and remember what I just said a few minutes ago, right? Whenever external structure is taken, because each time frame has their own market structure. And when any structure is taken externally on any higher time frame, on lower time frame, it will go and hunt every other structure, internal structure created before that break of structure. I want you to understand this. So having said that, let's proceed. Let's put this as what? Break of structure. And after this break of structure, what happened? This happened to be the internal structure created before that. Let's go to 1 hour to see. Now, this happened to be what? A structure created on 1 hour before this break of structure here, before that candle closed here. Now, here it came back, took out this what? Structure, came back to this other block here, and the market continued moving to the downside. Now, let's go back to 4 hours also. Now, on 4 hours again, where are we seeing that break of structure again? We have another break of structure here. What's happened? The market went to lower time frame, right? Let's identify this. The market went to lower time frame again. What happened? Took out all these highs. Sorry. Took out all these highs created when that break of structure took place, coming back to this other block on 4 hours, right? Then continued moving to the downside. Where are we seeing this another other block? We are seeing it at this particular place. So let's go to 4 hours. Let's quickly delete these things. Just a minute. Let's delete them so that our chart will be more clear. Now let's go to 4 hours. Now, this is currently the um break of structure that we have. So what are we expecting now? Hope you are understanding how this market moves. What are we expecting? We're expecting all these internal structures created on lower time frame right now to be taken out. But before that is taken out, remember on daily, we are yet to know if this is a valid break of structure because the market just swept liquidity and closed above it. So if we now see a candle close above and below this zone, right? What are we expecting? We should now start expecting the price to come and take out all these highs on daily, coming back to this particular place before we start seeing another wonderful set to the downside, because we are still expecting this market to go down, because here we still have a very big open price here. Now, but for now, we can't say that this is a valid break of structure. And if market refuse to close below this, then we should be expecting some certain things to happen at this particular place or this particular place. But if the market decide to close here before now retracement, then you know that all these highs will be what? Taken out. Having this in mind, let's move to lower time frame. So currently now, we don't know if this is a valid break of structure on daily, but we are still what? Watching. Remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. So what market gives to us is what we follow. I still remember about the language of the market, which we are still going to upload the video. But for now, let's proceed with what we currently have. So right now, where are we seeing the market to move? Remember, a particular high triggered all this move to the downside, right? Now, this high is what we are seeing, and it is only valid break of structure on daily, right? Now, here, there is no valid break of structure that we are seeing at this particular place. But let's go down below to the 1 hour time frame. Now, I want you to observe something. Remember, before this break of structure took place and after it happened, is structures were created here. Look at the structures. This one, we have another high here, 2. We have another one here, 3. We have another one here, 4. We have another one here, which is what? 5. Why? Because when you look at these things, let's delete this. When you look at this, you will see that this is a break of structure. Let's identify it. Now, this is another break of structure. Let's identify it. Then this is another, okay, let's delete this low. Then this is another break of structure. Then this is another valid break of structure. So having this in mind right now, we already know that all this break of structure now is only visible on 1 hour, and on 4 hour, we are seeing this as just the break of structure happening at this particular place. So what are we expecting? We're expecting all these highs to be what? Cleared. So in this situation, remember on daily time frame, we are still expecting this market to close below, but since we are yet to see that, we now work with what we have. So let's clear all this so that we can have a clearer chart to know what to expect in this new trading week. So since we have this, so let's now start moving to lower time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes time frame. Now, fine. Okay, let's go to 15 minutes. It will be more visible. Fine. Now, on 15 minutes right now, everything is more clarified. Now, when you look at all these move to the downside, right, all of them non-cleared liquidity, apart from the high we are seeing at this particular place. Only this high cleared what? Liquidity. So our trending range this particular week is what? Between that high and this particular what? High. So all this, let's clear them. Why we are doing all these things, right, is because of the markets changes, its dynamics, so that you can be able to flow with the market, understand what the market is telling you or saying whenever you are doing your own analysis. So let's proceed. Now that we have this right now, let's go to 1 hour to see. Now we have a very good order block at this particular place, and it happened to be a very strong what high, having liquidity to be cleared. Remember, if you have been on this channel for some time, whenever a low is taken with that high sweeping liquidity, market always come to take them out before continuation, because that was exactly what happened at this particular place. If you look at this place, it took out this liquidity, this low, and these highs we are now taking out. This high here, this high was taken out before this continuation to the downside. So I want you to always have that in mind. Having said that, let's proceed. Now, what are we expecting? Remember, we're expecting this market to still go to the downside. So we're expecting this and this high to be cleared for it to have enough fuel to continue to the downside. And this happen to be part of what our trading range that we are expecting. Let's remove the, remember, we have a trading range in this new trading week. I think let's just increase it a little. We have a new trading range. So, and our trading range has what? A valid order block there, which we should consider as a very strong zone. So, first of all, I'll be expecting what? A sell from this particular place. I'll be expecting a very huge sell from here. And if the market, let me delete this now. And if the market decide to go right now and clear this high, but before we look at that, let's still target our 3-to-1 risk reward. So this should be what I'm expecting in this new trading week, because of what? This order block at this particular place, and considering the fact we are still expecting this market to close below, at least to give us a very good valued order block, and we have liquidity high that did not clear any liquidity that we are expecting to for market to take out, with a high that cleared liquidity, because whenever we see a high that cleared liquidity is a very strong high. So having that, this is what we're expecting. Then if the market has a lot of momentum, you can still target this particular low to be taken out, but don't be greedy in the market. 3-to-1 risk reward is just perfectly fine for you. And but if the market decides to now close above this, candle, this high here, then you should wait for a retest of structure and what? Start targeting here, because this is going to be the next place that it is going to come to. But for now, this is what I'm expecting on GBPUSD. Any other thing, you still have nothing to worry about, because on Wednesday, we are still going to explain and update you on what to expecting the market. So on GBPUSD, this is what I'm expecting, and couple with the with confluence that we are seeing here right now, that we have a high here. So definitely we should be expecting heavy reaction here, because this is now a breakout block and support that is going to be turned towards resistance. So I want you to understand that on GBPUSD. So this is my bias on GBPUSD for this new trading week. So let's shift it a little here. Okay. So this is what I'm expecting. So having said that, let's proceed to Euro GBP. Remember, on EURGBP, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting a buy from this zone, right? And the market did exactly what we explained. By the way, I'm going to be sharing a trade that we caught this particular move before I give us what to expect in this EURGBP this new trading week. In my previous analysis video, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting a very strong buy at this particular zone. I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this gap created at this particular place to be what? Filled. And by the way, you can visit some of my previous videos. It's gonna help you a lot to grow as a trader. So I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this gap to be cleared. Why? Because it is abnormal in the market to have this kind of gap. And since the market broke this external high, it has just been moving to the upside without any form of retracement. By the way, I spoke about EURGBP when the market was still here, explaining all the reasons why we should still expect this up movement. Why? Because currently on daily, we are in a very bullish, strong price action. So having said that, let's proceed to the lower time frame. So let's go to 4 hours. So currently right now, and in my previous video, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this sell that is currently happening. But before we talk about this sell, let's talk about some of the trades that I caught last week because from it, you can actually learn something. Now, having said this, remember, whenever you start looking for opportunity, you have to wait for market to turn from lower lows and lower highs to creating higher highs and higher lows. Since we were expecting a reaction and a buy from this particular zone, so what do? We now went down to lower time frame. I think that was on Thursday after updating you people what to expect on Wednesday. We went to lower time frame on Thursday. Then on Wednesday in the night, after I must have updated us, the market tapped in here and continued moving to the upside. But now this up movement was actually against the language of the market. So we didn't look at this particular place because it was very, very much actual against what we call in trading medicine the language of the market. So we waited until we now started seeing another inversion of what? Trend. This market was creating series of higher, lower lows and lower highs here. And all of a sudden, it changed from creating lower lows to lower highs to now creating higher highs and what? Higher lows. So in a situation like this, what do you do? Now remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. Since we're already expecting a buy movement, so we dropped down to what? 15 minutes, which the chart was more visible there on Thursday. Now, when you look at this, we see that it is now more clear that this market was creating lower lows and lower highs, and all of a sudden it started creating higher highs and higher lows at this particular place. Now, for the first time, we saw after the creation of lower lows and lower high, now we now saw this change of character here. Now, after change of character, sorry, let's reduce this. After change of character, what are you expecting? We are expecting for what? Market to come back to order block before we start buying. And thank God, and you can see very well that this right now created a low that needed to be cleared. And remember, if you have been on this channel for some time, whenever a structure is broken, market always hunts the last low created before that break or afterwards the break. So we knew that the market was gonna take out this low here after this break of structure, after this change of character. So we now identified our what order block at this particular place and placed our markets at this exact place. Now, for us to be more safer, we did not put our stop loss just here. Why? Remember, I told you once you have order block and you have immediate week, because this is 5 minutes or 15 minutes, this happens to be immediate week, you have to treat them as one. So we placed our stop loss at this particular place and targeted our 3-to-1 risk reward. But because of the momentum in the market, we decided to target this what high because we knew that market was gonna clear it. So we ended up having 6-to-1 risk reward trade before we started seeing this move to the downside. So let me say this, why am I sharing this? For you to learn something and add it to your own trading knowledge. So this trade was very, very beautiful on Thursday, and we utilize the opportunity, which I know that some of us utilize the opportunity, the people that took this trade, because even though you took the trade when it was at this particular place, you will still make very, very powerful what? Profit. Because when you look at it also, this market tapped in this order flow here, right? Before continuation to the upside. So definitely, I know that some of us utilize the opportunity. So having said that, let's proceed to what we have in this new trading week. So let's quickly delete this and this and this. So let's proceed now. Now remember, um, now in my previous video, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this sell because of this open prices we have here. And when we get to 4 hours, we can boldly say that after this external break of structure here, after this external break of structure, the market has not taken any liquidity yet. And remember, whenever a structure is broken externally, market tend to come and take out this the first low that was created before that external break of structure. And that external low happened to be what? Sorry, that internal low happened to be this. So currently we're expecting this to be what taken out. And where are we seeing that order block? We are seeing a very good order block at this particular place. So for us to start looking for another buy opportunity to the upside, we should expect market to clear this low. So my first point of interest is going to be at this particular place. My stop loss just below this order block. And my take profit, first of all, 3-to-1 risk reward. Don't be greedy in the market, but depending the momentum, you should target this what? High. Why? Because this high is now giving us equal top. So definitely market is coming for it. So I'm going to tag this as a what? External liquidity. So let's have that in mind. So we're expecting the market to now come to this particular place. But we can actually start looking for counter trend opportunity, but trading against the trend is very risky in the market. So you just got to be careful. We are still going to see a lot of selling pressure here because even on daily, this for candlestick traders, we can boldly see that on daily, the candle that we are seeing there is a very bearish candle. Look at it there. It's a very strong bearish candle. So we should still expect more bearish momentum. And from what we are seeing on daily, we have a very good order block on daily here. So we should be expecting this price to react from here. So let's adjust a little. Let's adjust a little. Yes, we should be looking for that change of trend inside this particular place, depending on what the market is going to do before Wednesday. But if the market did not get to this place before Wednesday, we still update you on what to do. So on Euro GBP, so let's go to lower time frame to see. Currently, this is the only valid order block we are seeing here. Why? Because this order block now, let's include this as order flow, because this order block we are seeing here swept this high as what? As a liquidity. So this is a very, very, very strong what? High. So we could see the market coming back to this particular place before dropping to the downside, but I doubt if this will happen because of the kind of selling pressure we are seeing at this particular place. The first thing, bearish engulfing here, and this one candle bearish engulfing covered 4 candles on 1 hour. So this is very, very heavy. So we could still see very strong down movement. But if we didn't see that, before you start, remember this is a counter trend now. So before you start looking for sell opportunity, you should make sure that market comes here, sweep the liquidity, right? Sweep the liquidity, then you target this before we start looking for that what? Sell today downside. This is counter trend. You should be careful. But for you to be more safer, you can wait for the market to come to this particular place before you start looking for what? Buy opportunity. So on counter trend, if you want to look for opportunity, you can look for that opportunity at this particular place for selling pressure. your stop loss here, then you target your 3-to-1 risk reward, which happen to be this low, then you can actually take it further to this particular place, depending on what you are expecting. So I think this should be what we are expecting in the market. So this is my view on Euro GBP. And no matter whatever that happens, we will still update us on Wednesday. So and on gold, I have a very good setup on gold. Now let's go to higher time frame. Now on gold, from what we can see here, we can see that the market is currently reacting from this order block. And in my previous video, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting gold to start selling from this particular place. Why? Because this is a very strong high order block that we saw here. And I believe some of us utilized the opportunity to make something out of this particular trade, because I shared this setup in my previous video telling us to take only 3-to-1 risk reward. Don't be greedy in the market, because that's why I always say don't be greedy in the market. Why? If you had been targeting this downtrend, your winning trade could have been now very, very small. But always target 3-to-1 risk reward. That's healthy way of trading. So many people utilize this opportunity, and I believe you must be smiling at your profit this particular time. So, but what are we expecting on gold currently? Now, on gold, when we get to higher time frame, we can see that gold is just reacting from this daily order block. But there is something very tricky at this particular place. We can see that there is no good structure here that we will be using as reference to, be making a very good analysis. So because of that, we are now going towards just be concentrating on what is happening here without concentrating on this particular place. So let's move down to lower time frame. Let's delete this and let's delete this. So having seen that now, I think our trading range now should be here and at this particular place. So let's go to lower time frame. Since we have this trading range now, and on 4 hours, there is no good order block here. So let's go to 1 hour. But on these 4 hours, I want us to understand something. Look at that bearish candle that is always appearing. You will see that whenever market get to that order block that we identify on 1 hour, market always drop massively. And currently, we have a very good bearish engulfing pattern. I want you to have that in mind, and we drop down to 1 hour to see what we currently have. Okay, let's identify this guy again. Let's identify it again. So, okay, now market is giving us something else. This is a strong low, and this strong low now has created a very valid order breakout structure here. And why is it a valid breakout structure? Because it swept this liquidity here, internal liquidity there. So let's not neglect that fact. And currently again, this guy has taken this high. Sorry, let's adjust it a little. It has taken this high. So we still have a very good high here now. Okay, so what are we going to be expecting? Now let's go to 30 minutes. Okay, now, as we can see right now, this is a very strong low that's created this break of structure to the upside, and this is the last low created before that break of structure. So before we see more continuation, if the market is going to continue to the upside, coming to take out this high, definitely this low need to be what? Taken out before we start seeing that, because this is the last low created before this external break, internal break of structure rather. Remember, whenever a break of structure happens, markets always take at least the first internal structure created or internal low or high, depending the direction you are looking for, before continuation to the upside. And currently, market is now creating lower lows and what? Lower highs, because I can identify this to be what? A break of structure, valid break of structure, because it took out this high. So we are going to identify this as internal break of structure. So let's go to 15 minutes to see if we can see a very good, yes, order block. So we now have a very good order block here, right? So we are expecting this low to be taken out. So we are going to put it as liquidity, and this is our strong what? Low. So let's identify it as strong low. Now, what we are expecting now is for the market to come to this particular place and take out this low before we start seeing any more continuation to the upside. So first of all, our 3 to 1 should be here, right? Then you can now still target that low to be taken out, depending how you want to approach the market. So this is the first thing that I'll be expecting, but wait for change of trend, right? If this market is still going to continue moving to the upside, then this low needs to be taken out for it to have more strength to move to the upside. Remember, on daily, it is reacting from daily order block at this particular place. And this low swept this liquidity here and created change of, valid break of structure. And this is happened to be the last low it's created before that external break. So we should be expecting this market to now take out this low before continuation. But if the market decides to take it out, you don't have anything to worry about. We still update you on Wednesday, but wait for very good change of trend at this particular place. Wait for a very good change of trend, because currently gold is kind of behaving somehow, because this is end of the year. And when you look at it, the market has been buying for some months without any good retracement. So, and most of the time when we see this kind of bullish price action, the retracement always happens so fast. So let's just be careful about it, because when you look at it right now, this candle right now, this one bearish candle closed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days candle in one day, right? So let's just be careful about what is happening here, because gold is behaving somehow. And considering what we are seeing here, this bullish candle we are seeing here, remember in my previous video, we were expecting gold to come to this order block before the down continuation, but it didn't come there. It continued to the downside. So let's still keep this order block in mind if gold wants to come there before continuation. So that's why you have to wait for a very good confirmation at this particular level before you start selling. And what is giving us more confluence is what? Because of the kind of candle creating, and the market is creating at this particular, there is no momentum here. Now, this is 2 candles to move to this particular place, but it has taken it 4 candles for being, and yet the market is not still here. And when you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to come to this particular place, but it took the market 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles before coming to this particular place. So, and we are seeing bearish pressure in this particular place. And when you look at this also, you will see that it took 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles to move from here to here, but it has taken this candle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and so on before coming to this particular. So we are seeing more bearish kind of momentum, but you have to wait to get more confirmation here before you start taking the market to the downside. So on gold, this is the first point of interest that I'll be looking at, and be careful. Remember, whenever you have order block, right, and you have wicks above it, you treat all of them as what? one. So, but just wait, be careful. Gold is very volatile. I can't tell you to place your stop loss here like this. This is a very massive stop loss. So, just wait for that change of trend and sweep of liquidity before you start taking the market to the downside. If you have not subscribed, try subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment, like, and share so that whenever we drop any video, you'll be the first to get it. And let me quickly say this, please. If you haven't, right, you don't have the knowledge of market structure. Okay, before I say that, let's quickly go. This is my view on GBPUSD, and this is what I'm also expecting on Euro GBP. On Euro USD, things are yet not to be clarified here, so that's why I didn't cover it, because Euro USD and GBP USD, they have similar charts, and on daily this has already closed below this, and that's what we're expecting. We're expecting the market to come to this particular place, and it has given us three formation candle here. Let me just quickly share a little of this. When you look at this on Euro USD, it always behaves this way. When you look at this, we see 1, 2, 3 candle. We have bullish price action. Then here 1, 2, another bullish. Then here 1, 2, 3, another bullish price action. 1, 2, 3, bullish action. 1, 2, 3. So we're expecting little bullish action, and it is against or contradicting our trend. So that's why I'm not covering it, but you don't have anything to worry about. On Wednesday, I will still be updating us on what to expect, but we are still expecting this market to come and close this gap, despite it has already taken out this low. So, but just calm down, trade wisely, don't be aggressive in the market. Remember that trading is reactive and not predictive. So remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification button so that whenever we upload any video, you'll be the first to get it. And if you are yet to understand market structure, please go out there. There are so many mentors there. It's not must that you are going to enroll with us. You can look for any other mentor out there to help you to understand market structure, because that's where 70 or 80% of your success lies, apart from the psychological aspect of it, and mindset and emotion in forex trading. But for you to have good understanding of whatever that is happening in the market structure need to be properly understood, right? Instead of you funding your account with $50, $100 and end up blowing it, it's better you use that money, enroll with any mentor of your choice out there. We have so many mentors, but make sure that the person that you want to enroll in his or her mentorship knows what he or she is doing. If you also want to enroll in our own, there is no problem. There is a link in the description, in the comment box. You can click it and inbox us directly for us to get you started. But make sure you understand market structure, because everything we are teaching here right now, if you can understand market structure, everything will be more easier for you, and you will maximize your chance of winning, and you will stop blowing your account and burning your hard-earned money. Have a wonderful trading week, guys.